and welcome to this 5-minute methods video about case study research. So what's case study research all about? Well, we've probably all read a magazine where a person or an organisation is used as a very concise example to illustrate a point being made by the author. But in academic research, case study has a slightly broader meaning. In their excellent book, Qualitative Research Methods in Public Relations and Marketing Communication, Christine Damon and Imi Holloway describe case study research as a methodological approach which involves intensive and holistic examination of a single phenomenon, such as an issue or an organisation, within its social context, which is bounded by time and place, and usually uses multiple sources of evidence which may be qualitative or quantitative. So what can we take from this description? Well, the first point is that it is intensive and holistic, a deep dive into a phenomenon which examines it from as many angles as possible. Secondly, that it is an umbrella for other methodological approaches. For example, a case study about how an organisation employs people from black and minority ethnic groups might require you to interview key personnel, observe the workplace, survey applicants about their experience, and so on. Thirdly, that a case study is bounded by time and place and specific to the particular situation under scrutiny. And I think this is one of the most interesting aspects of case study research, its overlap with ethnography. So what is it used for? Well, case study research brings to life a chunk of reality, helping us understand what is going on in real life from the points of view of those involved and showing us how factors relate to each other. Some of the classic pieces of case study research include Goffman's 1961 study of life in a mental health institution and White's 1943 study of street corner gangs. Case study research can also be used to test a theory, for example, to see whether an academic theory is applicable in the real world in a range of different contexts. So what are the advantages of case study research? Well, principally that it can produce a really rich, in-depth, holistic explanation of how multiple aspects, influences, processes and relationships fit together in the real world. It also provides an umbrella under which to demonstrate your ability to handle different types of data gathering, whether that's qualitative or quantitative. And what are the limitations? Well, mainly that case study research is very researcher specific. Imagine if you had two researchers wanting to find out why a particular UK PR agency paid its male employees on average more than its female employees. One of them is a 48-year-old white British male with 20 years experience in the PR industry and a huge network of contacts. The other is a 22-year-old Chinese undergraduate whose only PR industry experience is a 4-week internship in a Chinese agency. Do you think the employees will speak to them in the same way? Do you think they will behave around them in the same way in the agency? Do you think that their research will yield the same results? I think it's very unlikely. This links to the second disadvantage, as it is sometimes described, of case study research, the fact that the outcomes of case study research are not usually applicable outside the case that is being studied, i.e. to other organisations, in other countries, other situations, etc. But there are exceptions to this. However, I don't really think that the fact that research outcomes are not generalisable means that the research is not worth doing. In fact, on the contrary, it can give us great insight into certain specific situations and make us think about things in different ways. So 5 takeaways. 1, case study research is deep and narrow with a focus on real life phenomena. 2, it is bounded in place and time. 3, it is detailed and descriptive, but make sure it's not only descriptive. You must also apply criticality, for example, by ensuring that your research makes explicit connections with and contrast to other work. 4, it is useful for theory testing. And 5, it takes a holistic view of a phenomenon. And the book I would recommend you read about case study research, and actually a lot of other types of academic research, is Christine Damon and Imi Holloway's Qualitative Research Methods for Public Relations and Marketing Communication. Thank you very much.